Hi friends, in this video, let us discuss about the trends of questions in CSAT paper over the years. This will help us in understanding the examiner's mindset.
Hello everyone, welcome to VVS IAS Academy. Myself Aman Adimani, faculty for CSAT. So, if you observe the CSAT,
Hi friends, is CSAT becoming an obstacle for you to clear prelims? VVS has a solution. We are launching SHC course, score 100 in CSAT. It is a practice intensive course. It has mock tests with high quality questions of UPSC standard. It is taught by IIT and IIM alum. Don't miss this chance. Clear CSAT like a breeze. Admissions are in progress.
segment of students who feels that CSAT is the toughest one. I'm a non-math student. I don't know anything. Okay, I have written 2 times or 3 times the examination and I have disqualified in CSAT only. So, these type of 2 categories of people are there. Whether it is difficult or easy or whether we can crack it in a very less time of preparation or not, that we will see in the upcoming videos. First of all, in this video, we have to know that before we want to enter into any well or any something river, etc., we have to check the depth, right? Okay, that depth we are going to discuss now in this session. So, what do you mean? You have a question, right? So, very simple. How the trend of CSAT is getting followed. So, which type of questions he is asking, how many questions from each topic he is asking. If we have full clarity about it, then what happens is the preparation will be very easy, right? Okay, regarding that, I am giving you full information that how many questions he is giving in 2025, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19 and 18. Okay, in these 8 years, okay, how many questions from each topic he has given that we have to see now. Okay, right, observe that. So, and the highest weightage goes to always number system and simple equations. And we can't say that that is purely number system. Okay, we can say that that is number system and simple equations because so many common sense questions will also be given in civil services. Okay, so that is that also I'm mixing in number system only. Okay, anyhow, in the civil services examination, number system plays a vital role and it is very essential one in the for the CSAT examination. If you observe in 2025, he gave 25 questions from number system. Okay. And 24, 24, 23, 30 questions, 22, 18, 16, 22, 12, 8. So, in these 8 years, he gave 130 questions from number system and simple equations only. Okay, you can understand how important this topic is. Okay, we can say that for civil services, that is the heart. Okay, right. That much important this topic. And the questions the students will expect in general is simple questions that we discuss in the classroom. No. Okay, complete application oriented point of view questions he will give. Okay, that application point of view we have to develop in the classroom only while we are doing the problems. Okay, right. Coming to the next one. Yeah, it's a child LCM HCF. If you observe consistently on an average, one question he is giving from LCM and HCF. Okay, in these 8 years, he gave 8 questions. That means that on an average, one question from each year. Okay, so and number system and LCM HCF we should not separate. Okay, right. Now next point. So next module is ratios, ages and partnership. These three are actually three together one module. Ratios, ages and partnership. Actually, in the entire arithmetic, the most reliable topics and the most easiest topics are ratios, ages and partnership. Okay, if you observe, in 2025, from the ratios he gave one question, no question on ages and no question on partnership. 2024, each one question. Okay, 2023, only on ages he gave the question. So here, partnership is missing in 2022. 21 all, okay, here partnership is missing. Here only in ages he got 2. So 7, 4, 2. Means if you observe, 7 plus 4 plus 2 means it is 13 questions, right? Okay, means on an average in these 3 topics, 2 questions he is giving in every year. 2 questions in every year, almost. Don't exactly, right? But anyhow, since this is easy, we can rely on it and we can trust and we can follow it. And if you observe, consistently ratios, he is giving one question mostly. Okay, right, good. Next one. So averages and mixtures is another module. Okay, in these 2 topics, okay, averages is very easy. Mixtures a bit dry topic. I don't say that it's a difficult one. I can say that it's a dry topic because some areas we feel that yeah, it is a very simple one. We can do it easily. But in some areas, we will never be interested to enter into that even, right? So this is one among them, mixtures and allegation. Of course, okay, we will learn it in a, what do we say, attractive manner. Don't worry, we will discuss it. And coming to averages, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 3, 2. Oh my God, 10 questions in 8 years means more than on an average 1 question in averages. And that too, if you observe, okay, earlier, okay, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1. Now again 2 and 3. That means that the average, the weightage is slowly increasing on averages. The averages is very important for us. Okay. But coming to mixtures and allegation, almost no question. If you observe in the past 8 years, he gave only 2 times. Okay, it's a bit dry topic, and fortunately, he's not giving more and more questions on averages. So that means that we are a bit happy, right? Comfortable, right? Okay, good. Anyhow, right. Next module is percentages, profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest, and the data interpretation. Okay, these 5 topics together we will call it as one module. Okay, percentages, profit and loss, simple compound, and data interpretation. Okay, right now these 5 topics together we will discuss once. Okay, right. Percentages, 2 questions in 25, 4 questions in 24, 0 questions in 23, and 4 questions, 3 questions, 2 questions, 4 questions, 1 question. If you observe only from percentages, in 8 years he gave 18 questions. 8 years, 18 questions means each year more than 2 questions, right? Okay. So that means that percentages is another important topic that we have to learn. Percentages is another important topic that we have to learn. And slowly its weightage is also increasing. Okay. Right. And observe the profit and loss. 0 here, 2025. 2023 0. But 24, 3 questions. 22 0. 21 1 2 1 2. Altogether 9 questions he gave in 8 years. That means that, okay, it is not a consistent topic. If you observe 8 years, 9 questions means almost 1 question from each year. But in some years, he is focusing more and more, 3 questions. Okay, so 2 questions means he is focusing more in these years. But in some years, he is focusing 0. That means that no focus on it, right or wrong? So that means that profit and loss is an inconsistent topic for civil services. But still, if you learn percentages, profit and loss is a simple topic for you. And if you observe, in the last year, he gave 3 questions, right? Those 3 questions are nothing but successive percentage-oriented questions. So purely dependent on percentages. That means that if you're already practicing percentages, profit and loss is nothing for you. Okay? Right, good. Anyhow, so this is okay. Yeah, these 2 areas, simple and compound interest, coming to these 2 interest topics. So simple interest is very simple, but if you observe consistently, no question from this. The past 8 years, you get no question from simple interest. Okay? So it is very easy. And even compound interest, we feel that most of the students feel that compound interest is a difficult topic. Coming to compound interest, the beauty of compound interest is it's a bounded script. Means fixed models are there. If we discuss them, he has to give the question only from that one. Okay, beyond it is not a possibility. And of course, compound interest is a subtopic of successive percentages. Okay, right. So very rare he will give the question on compound interest. Okay, if you observe, here and here he gave 2 questions, right? 2023 and 2021. In 2023, the question that he gave is population growth oriented question, which is nothing but again successive percentages. That means that if you practice percentages more and more, you will get more and more weightage. Okay, right. Anyhow, so this is compound interest. Yeah, the point is compound interest, while we are learning, it is a bit difficult.
Hi friends, is CSAT becoming an obstacle for you to clear prelims? VVS has a solution. We are launching SHC course, score 100 in CSAT. It is a practice intensive course. It has mock tests with high quality questions of UPSC standard. It is taught by IIT and IIM alum. Don't miss this chance. Clear CSAT like a breeze. Admissions are in progress.
But since it's a bounded split, okay, limited models are there, but the number of models are more. Okay, but he is unable to go beyond that models. That is the advantage of compound interest. Let's learn it in a beautiful way. Right, next one, yeah, time and work module and time and distance module, 2 modules are there. Of course, these 2 are 2 independent modules. These 2 are 2 independent modules. But the beauty is, time and work is a bit easier than time and distance in the point of view of the students. Because in my point of view, all are easy, right? Okay, good. And coming to time and work, 3 questions in 2025 gave. No question in 24, no question in 23. But again, 3 questions in 2022. 2 questions in 22, 4 questions in 20, and 2 questions, 3 questions. Oh my God, out of 8 years, he got 14 questions, means almost, not exactly, almost 2 questions from each year, right? 2 questions from each year means it's also a very good percentage, very good score, right? And as I said earlier, it's not a difficult one, it's a simple one. It's a simple one. And moreover, so in time and work, if you observe, the questions that he is asking are just tricky, not difficult, not lengthy. Okay, that is the advantage that we can say. Exactly speaking, in 2025 only he gave a bit a bit difficult question, not before that. Okay, but anyhow, time and work is a beautiful topic, and we are getting no, what we discussed is time and distance. Okay, but time and distance, this is the weightage. Okay, time and work, if you observe 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. Right, the 6 questions he gave all together. Yeah, it is not. Yeah, this is not added actually. This column was not included in it. Okay, if you include it, will be 8 questions in it. 8 years, 8 questions we got from what we say, time and work. Time and work. Okay, so means it's also a very good number to verify. Very good number to verify. Okay, and next one. Time and work is a bit difficult, a bit easy actually, but this year only he gave a bit difficult questions. 2 questions. One is from pipes and systems, and of course we can't tell that is a difficult one. But what we can observe is the question is completely concept oriented. Okay, so the one who is an expert in the topic can do it like this. Okay, that's the advantage of that. Right, anyhow, time and distance also okay, but time and distance is a bit difficult for the student. Okay, right. So data animation, if you observe, it comes under a percentage module, right? In this module, one small problem is there. The problem is so consistently 0 questions if you observe. Okay, in 2018 he gave 10 questions in from data annotation only. So the beauty of data annotation is, okay, most of the time he won't give, but once he give means he will give more and more weightage from that. Okay, that is another important point that you have to notice. Okay, all right, keep it aside. And coming to the last 4 years, no question from data annotation. If you observe earlier 2, 1, 2, 10, right? These questions are also in general data annotation which is mainly related to percentages and calculations. But the questions are not like that. It's a funny and very common sense oriented question. Okay, right? Don't worry. So we can see that in the classrooms. Yeah, another most important topic is actually permutations and combinations. Okay, so but unfortunately, last 2 years he gave no question from permutations and combinations. But observe that in 2023 you got 6 questions from permutations and combinations. Okay, 22 7 questions, 4 questions, 2 questions, 4 2 means altogether you got 25 questions in 8 years. That means that on an average 3 questions from each. So after number system, okay. So the next most important topic for civil services is permutations and combinations. Okay, right. And of course, permutations, combinations here, the questions are not to the level of Bayes theorem, reverse Bayes theorem, etc., etc. In what will you learned in your intermediate Stramlet. Okay, that will not be there. Okay, it's a simple one, but you have to focus. You have to understand. Okay, so permutations and combinations and number system. Why he focuses more and more on them is there is no scope of using a formula for those 2 topics. That is the reason he gives more and more number of questions. Okay, right now let's say the next beautiful one. Yeah, probability. Actually, the sibling of permutations, combinations. If you observe consistently 0 questions, only in 2018 you got 1 question. But we can't say that probability is a different topic because once you complete permutations and combinations, probability is also over for you. Okay, right now come to the next one. Comparison of quantities. Actually, this topic is new to civil aspirants. Okay, this topic is very much familiar for bank aspirants. Comparison of quantities. Okay, right. So comparison of quantities and data sufficiency. These two, we can say that some extent siblings, not exactly. Okay, because conceptually data sufficiency is completely different. Comparison of quantities is completely different. But the similarity between data sufficiency and comparison of quantities is these two are not the topics. These 2 topics are dependent on all the remaining topics. Okay. If you observe in data sufficiency, you will get a question from number system. You may get a question from percentages. You may get a question from profit and loss. You may get a question from different topics, right? Okay. So, but the ideology of is the data sufficient to answer the question or not is there now? Okay. So, no direct question from data sufficiency, but it is related to all the topics, right? In the similar manner, okay. So, comparison of quantities also, if you want to do, okay, you should be thorough in all the topics. He may give a question on ages. He may give a question on profit and loss. He may give a question on percentages. He may give a question on any topic. Okay, but that comes under comparison of quantities. Don't worry, my dear persons. Once we start the classes, okay, we can see comparison of quantities in an easy one. Okay, students of civil services may feel that, sir, what is comparison of quantities, sir? In the 2025 paper also I have not seen. No, he has said that value 1 is less than, value 2 is less than, value 3, etc., etc. That we will call it as comparison of quantities. This is the first time he gave in the 2025 civils examination, 3 questions from it. And of course, previously no question, right? Okay, but since in this year also he gave 3 questions, I mean, we should learn on it.
Hi friends, is CSAT becoming an obstacle for you to clear prelims? VVS has a solution. We are launching SHC course, score 100 in CSAT. It is a practice intensive course. It has mock tests with high quality questions of UPSC standard. It is taught by IIT and IIM alumni. Don't miss this chance. Clear CSAT like in please. Admissions are in progress.
Okay, exactly speaking, teaching of comparison of quantities require less than 15 minutes of time. That's enough. Once the topics are completed, 15 minutes of time is sufficient to explain the concept of data, what do we say, comparison of quantities. Of course, data sufficiency needed 1 hour to 1.5 hours. Okay, because that's also injecting how we have to think for data sufficiency is important. Once if I inject means the problems are from different topics only, right? Arithmetic and reasoning, right? You can enjoy. And the next third most beautiful topic is data sufficiency. Okay, more number of questions you will get from this one. Observe that data sufficiency, 5 questions in 2025, 11 questions in 2024. You can understand 11 questions in a single year. 6 questions in 23, 6 questions in 22, 3 questions in 21, 5, 1 and 0. So altogether 32 questions in 8 years. Means 4 questions on an average in each year. Okay, but I can say that this is very important topic. Okay, right. Whatever we discussed so far is about arithmetic, and of course data sufficiency comes under both arithmetic as well as reasoning. Okay. Right, the next topic that we have to discuss is number series and insert in the missing characters. Yeah, actually, nowadays he's focusing only on number series, not on the missing characters. But once upon a time, means if you go back by 8 years, 7 years, 10 years, that time he used to give the questions on insert in the missing characters also. That's why I'm mixing both number series as well as missing characters in a single topic. And if you observe, 13 questions you got from this 13 plus 3, 16 questions you got from number series and missing characters. So that means that 16 questions in ADS means on an average 2 questions. 2 questions means very important. And the beauty of reasoning is every question that he gives from reasoning, we should attempt it. Every question. On an average, he will give 11 questions nearly or 10 questions nearly from these areas. Okay, those questions we should 100% attempt it because those are easy in civil services. Okay, and of course, number series and letter series, analogy, odd one out. Once we complete our classes, you can happily do all the problems whatever he gives in those areas. Okay, right, good. So the strategy I'm not disclosing now. Okay, the strategy we'll discuss in the upcoming videos. Don't worry, and how our classes will be run and how the strategy works, etc., etc. That we will discuss in the coming sessions. Okay, right. Next one. So letter series we are getting 1 question and analogy almost no question. Okay, 1 question here and odd man out no question. Only 1 question earlier he gave. Coding and decoding, another very important topic. Okay, right. Observe that in 2025 4 questions, 24 4 questions, 23 2 questions and so on. Almost you got 16 questions from it. Okay. So coding decoding 16 questions means on an average 2 questions from every year. And observe that 24 25 he gave 4 questions. That means that he is focusing more and more on coding decoding. So and moreover, coding decoding has infinite many models. Infinite many models. Okay, since we have infinite many models, what happens is it is a bit difficult to identify the logic. But what I will do is I'll give you 9-step procedure. In number series also we have infinite many logics. I'll give you 4-step procedure to identify the infinite many logics. Okay, in a similar manner, in coding decoding, I'll split it into 9 modules, and with the 9 modules, we can work out all the problems of coding decoding in a simplest manner. Okay, right. Coming to the next one, yeah, blood relations, directions. These are very simple and easy ones. Okay, so you got 2, 0, 1, and so on. Okay, in directions also we got 1 question in 2025. Okay, and so on. So these two are on an average 1 question in the examination. Okay, and clocks and calendars, if you observe, for civil services, it is also very essential. Because for bank examinations, if you observe, you won't get a question from what we say clocks and calendars. Okay, even if you observe the SSC examinations, almost no question from what do we say clocks and calendars. But in civil services, consistently you get 1 question or 2 questions from clocks and calendars. Okay, but observe that clocks 0 questions here, 2, 0, 3, 1, 0, and so on. Right. So on an average 1 question from clocks and on an average 1 question from calendars also. Okay, so this inequalities, we can say that comparison of quantities also has inequalities, but in general, inequalities is a reasoning topic we will here I have given. Okay, means if A is less than B, B is less than C, how A and C are related. Okay, etc. etc. For bank examinations, it is very much familiar. Okay, right. 5 questions in prelims examination consistently you will give. But for us, only one question he gave in 2023. No question earlier and before, after that and before that. Okay, okay, it's a simple topic. No need to bother about it. And ranking dash, okay, and simple question. Sitting arrangement, okay, simple one. Okay, you will get one or zero something about these two topics, and of course those are easy also. And next one, yeah, non-verbal reasoning. Yeah, this is a big point that we have to discuss. Once upon a time in non-verbal reasoning, you got 9 questions if you observe in 2018. But after that, one question, right? Okay. After that, 1 question here. Okay. So that means that non-verbal reasoning, we can't say that is, you won't get a question. That's why we have to learn each and every model of non-verbal reasoning. We have 13 topics in non-verbal reasoning, like series, analogy, odd man out, okay, paper cutting, paper folding, mirror images, water images, okay, dot situation, ties, Venn diagrams, okay, grouping of identical figures, embedded figures, figure completion, like 13 topics are there. All the 13 we will discuss in the classroom. Okay. Because once upon a time he gave 9 questions from this one, right? That is the reason we will discuss. Okay. Right. Even if you observe the seating arrangement earlier, he gave 10 questions and 9 questions. 9 questions in 2018, 10 questions from 2019. Okay. So huge weightage. But after that, observe 1, 3, 3, and last 2, 0, 0. Okay. But these 10 questions or 9 questions are not related to bank examination. Okay. So it's a one single question model. Okay, in bank examination, we have 5 question model, right? Sitting arrangement puzzles. But here it is 1 question model only. Okay, and coming to cutting of cubes and cuboids, okay, most of the students feel that, oh my God, it's a hell. But consistently, if you observe one question, he is focusing on the examination. Okay, so, and the next one is syllogism. Yeah, syllogism is a beautiful topic. Okay, so the beauty of syllogism is, if you know the topic very well, you will answer it like a legend. Okay, within 30 seconds, you can answer it. Time will be saved and accurate answers you will get. The disadvantage with syllogism is, even if you don't know anything of syllogism, you will answer the question with 100% confidence and the answer is 99.99% wrong. Okay, the beauty of syllogism is, if you understand syllogism very well, within 30 seconds, you can answer the question with 100% accuracy. But if you are unaware of what we say syllogism, still you will answer the question with 100% confidence with the 99.99% wrong answer. That is the disadvantage with syllogism. Okay, so it's a matter of 3 hours to 4 hours. Once we focus 3 to 4 hours on syllogism, we can answer the questions very easily. If you observe, okay, syllogism, here he gave more number of questions in these 2 years. Okay, and of course, before that, after that, more number of questions are not given. Okay, it's a simple topic to discuss. Mensuration is consistently 0. Only 1 question he gave earlier. This is what the trend analysis of services. Okay, from 2018 to 2025. 2018 to 25 means, okay, we discussed 8 years. 8 years. Okay, right. So by using this previous year questions data, you already understood on which areas we have to focus. The most important and the dangerous area is number system and simple equation, common sense. And the next area that you have to focus is permutations and combinations, next coding, decoding, number series, data sufficiency. These 5 areas are most important. Those play crucial role and crucial role even. Okay. And coming to the remaining topics, those are pretty easy and we can solve them easily. And observe that in the reasoning part, whatever the questions that he give, with 100% accuracy, we have to work out. And of course, in arithmetic also, except 2 topics, we have to attempt all the questions easy manner and we can get the score easily. Okay. This is what, my dear friends, regarding CSAT trend analysis. Hope you all understood and you enjoyed it. Okay. In the coming videos, we will discuss about the strategy and how the course will be dealt. Okay, in our VVS IAS Academy. Okay, we will discuss. And then followed by some questions, etc., etc. We have a plan of action to do. Okay, that everything will, the management will discuss with you. Okay, the management will update you. Be in touch with the management. Okay, so we are here to help you always. Okay, make the best utilization of the services provided by VVS IAS Academy, and of course through the videos, etc., etc. So thank you, my dear personals. Myself, Amanadimani, signing off. Jai Hind.
Hi friends, is CSAT becoming an obstacle for you to clear prelims? VVS has a solution. We are launching SHC course, score 100 in CSAT. It is a practice intensive course. It has mock tests with high quality questions of UPSC standard. It is taught by IIT and IIM Alan. Don't miss this chance. Clear CSAT like a breeze. Admissions are in focus.